I just find a place to.
Hey, everybody. Gunner Bird here. Blah, 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 blah. Fucking blah Chronicles.
And like the doctor from Simpsons. Hey, everybody.
This is a weird one because we filmed the actual episode like hours ago. And
Early.
now we are doing the Chronicles now. It's just weird.
Yeah. You get to see my giant fat hand because I can't prop this stupid thing up properly.
Well, I mean, I guess I'd probably rather see that than your big, stupid, fat head.
Yeah. Anybody would want that.
So what's going on, dude?
Oh, nothing. I just saw that old Mitchell McConnell was nice enough to take our $2,000 away.
Yeah. Well, dude, did you seriously think they were going to that was going to make it past the fucking Senate?
No, I knew it wasn't gonna work. I was just kind of hoping that maybe, just maybe.
Well, see, you know what's fucked up? We should not allow these motherfuckers a moment of peace. Like anytime, well, I know they don't be going out to restaurants much anymore, but it's like everywhere they fucking go, outside their house, everything, there needs to be people out there screaming at them. Not to, like, so they don't get moments of fucking peace. That's what needs to fucking happen.
Didn't I say this? And you were like, "Oh, I don't think you want to tell people to do that."
No, I'm pretty sure you said something about punching people in the face.
Well, that's what they really need.
Yeah, but I won't fucking say that out loud on video.
Oh, well,
in my mind, it's a different story. But
in your mind, you know what should be done.
Yes, but that's in my mind, and it's staying in my mind.
Well, whatever.
But like, yeah, man, it's like it shouldn't even be called a stimulus bill or a stimulus check. It should be called a survival check because we're all fucking drowning. Not them. They're fine.
Oh, they'll always be fine. Well, I mean, you can tell their sense of urgency when they're talking. You know what I mean? Like Mitch McConnell today when he was, down voting the whole thing or whatever. It's kind of confusing because he didn't say no, really. He just said we're gonna talk about I don't know. I couldn't remember. He mumbles a lot. Like I don't understand how anybody doesn't stop him and be like, wait a minute, what did you say? Like that whole thing there. Like what was all that? Because all I heard was.
But him saying that he'll get to it later means they ain't never gonna get to it later.
Hold on, I'm choking on myself here.
Ew.
Yeah, I'm choking on my own juices.
Ew. That's even fucking worse.
Sounds worse, don't it?
Yeah.
Dude, I don't think. Do you have HBO Max?
Fuck no. It's just another thing I don't fucking need to pay for.
You don't have to say it like that, Moscow bitch. You're like, fuck no.
Yeah, fuck that,
that's
dude.
how we would say it. But yeah, I watched. Because I heard about. I have it. I heard about all the. Some people liked it, some people didn't like it. The Wonder Woman 84 thing. I thought it was fine. I mean, it was what it was. You know what I mean? I believe what this one guy said. And I agree with him. I don't know what the hell his name was, but he said about how he got like a real strong Superman 2 vibe for this one. And I was like, yeah, I can see that. You know what I mean? It was the opposite of what the Dark Knight would be. It wasn't all dark and broody and everything wasn't all like it was all bright colors. It was the 80s. Whatever.
Yeah, but did they really need to bring back fucking Chris Pine? It was like that was like it was like, oh, Wonder Woman, she's so fucking independent and a strong woman, but she needs a man.
Well, she don't need a man. She wanted her man. The difference between needing and wanting.
But yeah, I don't know. The bits I saw did not look good or interesting to me, but I don't care. There's only been 2 good DC movies, and that's it. Was the original Wonder Woman and Joker. That's it.
I know, probably get some shit for it, but I didn't really see where it was boring or lagging or whatever. Everybody was like, the story sucked. I'm like, it's Wonder Woman. It's not going to be Shakespeare. Get that out of your head. Marvel and DC. Listen, Marvel wasn't no picnic either, and it wasn't fucking Shakespeare. Just because it had powerhouses like Hemsworth and Robert Downey Jr. and stuff like that. Yeah, they carry more weight than say Gal Gadot or whatever, or whoever. I was like, but still, it's a different formula. It's hard for DC because they're basically playing catch up with Marvel. You know what I mean? Or not catch up, but they're just trying to stay relevant. But I don't think they should force the issue and try to make themselves look more like Marvel. Let Marvel be Marvel. You do you.
Yeah, I don't know. But does anybody even care about Marvel anymore?
Well, it's not that great either. Look, Captain Marvel, that didn't go anywhere. That bombed worse than this thing. They're acting like this was the worst ever. It really wasn't. I've seen a little bit of Captain Marvel. That was pretty bad and boring. Spider-Man Homecoming, pretty boring. Like all these.
I haven't seen them.
Like, look, a standalone movie with Hawkman or Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Nobody gives a shit about those 2 characters. That's why they're side characters, because nobody gives a shit.
And the Winter Soldier is a kind of cool character. I mean, not necessarily in Marvel.
I'm jumping in on this Chronicles bullshit. I just heard on the news that down in Florida, they're not even making their residents, anybody in Florida. It's not a statewide mandate that they wear masks.
Yeah.
And I guess their restaurants are open to 100% full capacity.
Yeah, they've been the whole time. Florida's, the hardcore redneck fucking country or state that's like, we ain't doing no mandate.
But I guess they're already giving elderly people vaccines and shit down there, so maybe Mom and Larry can hurry up and jump on that fucking boat. I guess the lines and shit for the vaccine are already crazy down there.
Okay.
I love you.
I love you. That was weird. Could you even hear anything she was saying?
I did. Well, it's Florida, and they are the dick, basically the scrotum of the United States, and they will forever be so. The state that basically the home of bath salts.
No offense to anybody from Florida, but you live there. You know what it's like.
I got family down there. They're idiots.
God, man.
I don't think it's just because I think they were perfectly normal up here. They went down to Florida and immediately became stupid.
Oh, but did you see, speaking of movies and stuff, do you see that, like, the LA Health, whatever, is like, so, Hollywood, could you stop getting together to make movies? It's not good. I just saw that today that, like, yeah, they're like, they asked, it's mandate on everything else. But to Hollywood, they're like, would you mind if you maybe would please stop making movies for a little bit? Because, COVID's going crazy.
Yeah, we can watch really good movies from back in the day. We don't need you to keep pumping out crap movies that nobody wants to see, and it's going to make $0. I understand y'all need to work and shit, but guess what? We're unemployed. You are unemployed. I want to see George Clooney. I want to see George Clooney working at a fucking pick and spin or a goddamn Walmart. I want to see him bagging shit. I want to see all these celebrities that think the shit don't stink. I'm not saying that about George. I don't know him personally. I'm just saying there's a lot of them out there that act like that. I want to see the Kardashians on a fucking food line.
Yeah, that would be sweet. But I was going to say something, but I fucking lost it now because now I'm thinking of like the Kardashians all plastic looking standing in a food line.
It would have to sell a butt cheek just to get some.
Hell, it's not the first time she sold her ass for
and of
something.
course, Kanye, some little kid would be going up to get his box to lunch, and Kanye would come out of nowhere and snatch it from him, like, I'm going to let you eat in a minute, little boy, but first I'm going to say something. My wife should be at the head of this line because she got the biggest ass. I'm like, well, no. And then everybody collectively beat the shit out of him and that whole family and send them on their way. You know, because I'm so tired of hearing about how successful they are and they've never done fucking shit.
So did you intentionally fucking send her on their way to be like, watch that man right out of my hair? Or did I just hear it that way?
Oh, I probably did it intentionally, you know, without really thinking about it. But, you know, you gotta wash the Kardashians out of your hair and send them on their way. You know?
Speaking of that, tomorrow's episode has a clip of that in it.
Does it? Why?
Because you bring it up.
Oh shit!
I think we were ranting about Scott Baio or something.
Well, I was gonna say because I don't remember doing a Stairway to Stardom.
No, it's in the Predator New Blood one.
Oh shit! With Chubby Dutch.
Yeah, and an episode. So for people that actually watch this on the day it comes out, yeah, tomorrow's episode is almost an hour long, and it does not fucking need to be. Like all the Skype episodes.
It's okay, but like it had you know, Dumpy Dutch, you know. And
yeah.
if you ever wanted a Dumpy Dutch in your life, you got it.
But yeah, I was like, for as happy as we were today, because today in today's episode that came out today of us filming this, Kreider came out. We were all happy. Kreider, yay!
Kreider.
And then tomorrow's we're like, oh no.
Yeah. We're like, Kreider, yay! Predator, boo.
Yeah.
Well, any fan film's gonna blow, except for some of them actually have some money involved.
Well, no, not necessarily, because I mean, what fan film did we just watch? Not today. Well, I mean, I guess one we watched today because we filmed a 70s Jaws fan film. That was pretty fun.
Yeah, oh, dude, that was good.
The Batman one, there's next week we have Batman Year of the Pig. That one was pretty fucking fun.
Yeah.
Awful, but fun.
Awful, but fun. I mean, well, that's the best ones to do.
Yeah, but it's like, you know, except for Kreider, because Kreider wasn't anything close to awful. Nothing about Kreider was awful.
Kreider was awesome. I will never forget Kreider.
If you have not watched today's episode for some odd reason, if you decided to watch this and not the actual episode, check out today's episode, Kreider. It is fucking awesome.
Won't be disappointed. You might be by us, but not by Kreider.
Well, dude, I feel like we've been nothing but disappointing for months now. I feel we have moments here and there where we're like not disappointing, but
true. I think the people out there in general like us and enjoy what we do. It's our significant others that we're always disappointed.
Yeah. I am negative as fuck.
I'm negative, and you're broke, and you have nasty body odor probably, so that don't help.
Hey, no, that's the one fucking thing, dude. I might be a fat man, but I am a clean fucking fat man. I don't have that stinking burning ass hair smell like most fat men have.
I know, like fat guys, wash your ass. God. Wash your back fat and all your like little crevices, because like, you know, lint and grossness gets in there and mold, and then, you know, eventually, like one of these times, like in the shower, this is like a tutorial for fat guys. In the shower, reach as high as you can. Pretend there's a fucking McRib up there. Reach all the way up and get the loofah and go all underneath this shit here, because this side here seems to develop a lot of fucking layers. You know what I mean? Like you see women that basically look like the Michelin Man. You know when they put their bra on, fat chicks put on their bra too tight, and it makes them look like they're a spring. You know? I bet anybody, if you took a fat chick with her bra on and threw her off a fucking hill, she'd be like, "Bagoing!" It'd probably bounce.
But anyway, you had a point before you got onto that.
Oh, did I? I don't know. I was just raving about fat chicks. What was I talking about?
You're talking about fat men stinking, but it doesn't matter because there was this dude at the restaurant I work at. Well, the restaurant I'm laid off from. Whenever I first started there, a big fucking dude, like double me. Like he was another one of me beside me, and then a third me in front of me. Like that's how. Like he was huge.
It was like a horrifying spearmint gum commercial.
But this dude stunk of like rotten onions so fucking bad. He was the coolest dude. He was the coolest dude ever. But he just stunk so fucking bad, man. And like one time he asked me to give him a ride home. So I gave him a ride home, dude, for like 2 days. My car stunk like him, man. And I smoked fucking cigarettes and shit in my car. So my car smells like that. No, it smelled like, I almost said his name, it smelled like dude's ass.
Your cigarettes are probably like potpourri compared to that.
Yeah, man.
Dude, I gotta tell you this, but like standing back here, if you're not paying attention, I'm just looking at this little screen, but like not paying attention, it looks like you're wearing Kim Jong-un's fucking hair.
Actually,
because like I can't see the brim. It just looks like you got like fake hair on.
I can see that because like I'm looking at me on the little teeny tiny little corner, and I can fucking see that with this fucking hat.
Just saying for a straight minute, I'm like looking like, that's why I got so close. I was like, it looks like he's got a fucking wig on.
Oh man.
Like perfect shaved on the sides like his.
So yesterday, well, I know I texted you, but like I just brought it up to you in just conversation, but I'll bring it up in the conversation here today as well. I rewatched Straight Outta Compton yesterday. Fucking love that movie.
That's a good movie.
Dude, fucking Cube's son does actually all of them do. All of the guys that fucking played NWA did a damn fine job.
Yeah. You can't get any closer to finding someone to look like Cube than his son. Because he's basically like a doppelganger of his dad,
And he had the fucking all the mannerisms, like the facial things, the fucking like he sounded just fucking like him a lot of the time.
His name's not that hard to say, and I can't say.
Oshea,
right. What was I thinking? I was thinking something else.
I can't remember what his last name is. It Oshea Jackson, right? That's Cube's real name. Oshea Jackson, and then it would be Oshea Jackson Jr.
What?
The son is Oshea Jackson Jr.
I don't think he goes by the junior. Or maybe he does. I don't know.
Well, I know they're both the same fucking name, god damn it.
I know he was cool in the last installment of Godzilla. I
still never saw that one.
Really? I thought that one would be the one you wouldn't be disappointed in because of how it was done and everything.
Well, I want to see it, but I'm not paying for it, kind of deal. It's like I don't have any premium. I don't have cable anymore, but I don't have any premium channels, so it's like it's not on Netflix. So I don't want to pay, to watch it.
It's on HBO, but
I don't have HBO, so
yeah. I'm curious about I'm going to enjoy it whether it's crap or not. Well, to an extent, because I can't bring myself to ever look at Matthew Broderick's again, But yeah, but I
gotta call you out again, motherfucker. That I had to go see that in the theater with you multiple times.
Shut up! I meant now. I wasn't talking then. Yes, I was. Look, I've been waiting for a Godzilla movie since basically 1985. The last thing I saw was fucking William Burr going burr 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 burr, and then Godzilla fell down a fucking hole, and I cried like a baby. And I had to wait fucking 80 billion years or make another one just so it could come out looking like Pearl from fucking SpongeBob, you know, like some goddamn lizard. But I was under a trance, like, I know what I'm seeing is not the Godzilla I remember and love, but it's Godzilla. But you know what?
And
After that movie was like 3 hours long, right?
I
It was
think
basically. Remember, because like it was one of those movies, dude. Even though I like Godzilla, I've never sat in a movie before where you thought it was the end because you're like, oh, okay, and all of a sudden that whole other movie started where they were inside the dome and it took them an hour to get out, and you're like, Jesus Christ, I feel like I'm watching another fucking movie.
there are two. There's one in particular movie that I felt the exact same way in the theater was Bad Boys 2. Like when that first came out, I remember seeing it in the theaters and being like, oh, all right, it's ending. And then I was like, oh God, there's still an hour left in this. And then it's like, a whole other fucking, like the movie itself should have ended. But then they're like, yeah, here's an extra hour of another fucking movie.
You're like, I didn't ask for this. I gotta pee, man. Like how long do you expect? Look, they need to like seriously do some Look, they're like, we need to bring people back to the theaters. I'm like, well, they ain't gonna go back to those. I would never go back to a theater with those uncomfortable, sticky, nasty chairs that you got no room and you're basically like up like this. Like you got to sit like this. There's no leaning back. You can't get comfortable in those fuckers at all.
Or I hate the ones that are like, you have like two options. It's either you're sitting like that or you are able to lean back, but it goes too far and you can't fucking like, there's no medium. Either you're like up like this or you're like, I can't lean back because of my cord, or you're like way back.
Well, it also feels uncomfortable because you're leaning back and you're like, I almost feel like I'm about to lean into this person's lap,
Yeah.
like my hand's going to be in their crotch, like, hey, how's the popcorn, but like, but I, and if you're rich and you go to one of these theaters that has like, basically lazy boy chair comforters that you sit in and you got 5 feet of space between yourselves, fuck you. And you get drinks and food delivered. That's not a theater, motherfucker. I'm talking about the nasty shit you make us poor people fucking endure. It's like the rich people are like, hey, here's our theaters. We get basically chauffeured. We get fucking big lazy boys. They're constantly swept and desanitized, but what do we get? We get nasty rickety chairs with fucking, oh yeah, it's the same brand. It's AMC or whatever. But they're like, here's rich people theater from AMC, and then here's poor people theater from AMC. They're like, they figure they're doing you a favor by letting the chair arch back like half an inch. Meanwhile, you walk out of the theater after that 3-hour long fucking shit fest, and you basically got spina bifida because of the fucking chairs. You're like sitting and going, I gotta, can I, and then they give you soft drinks, which I'm fucking telling you, they've been putting chemicals in this shit for years. Because the second you sit down, 2 sips in, you have to take the biggest piss of your life. Fuck you. They're putting fucking like Metamucil or something in there or something. You have popcorn with Metamucil butter and you gotta shit yourself an hour later. I'm telling you, that's what they've been doing.
Well, dude, if you get the popcorn at a movie theater with what they call, if you get the popcorn at the movie theater with what they call butter, no matter what, you're going to be having the runs an hour later.
Yeah, that's true.
It's just oil.
Yes. But the soft drinks, I'm telling you, man, they got a ploy. They're putting some shits in there so you have to piss because they want you to miss at least 15, 20 minutes. Trust me, have you ever had one of those drinks and you go to the urinal and you're pissing longer than you've ever peed before and you're sitting there going, God damn it, I'm missing half the fucking movie, and your dick's like, nope, still coming, blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? And you're like, so you go back and you missed half the movie.
So your dick says still coming. Ew, in the movie theater bathroom, you Pee Wee Herman motherfucker, you.
Not that way. I meant, hey.
Dude, I don't miss theaters. Not at all. I'm pretty sure, I know we've had this conversation before. I don't know if it's been on anything on here, but I don't miss it at all, dude. Not one bit.
No, I don't miss, parents sending their bastard kids in there to basically ruin the experience for you while they go watch something else, you know, or like it's an empty theater and two assholes sit right next to you, and you're like, fucking hey, really? You're like, this whole fucking place. You're gonna sit right next to me? Oh, you're gonna have a conversation now? Go ahead, finish the whole thing. No, don't worry about it. I only paid $8 to watch this fucking thing. You should be allowed to get up as soon as I start talking. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Now, you should be able to, like, that should be part of the theater etiquette. You sit down, you paid like 2 people, you basically spent a week's salary just to have this experience. And then these two fuckers sit down beside you, and you know they're like, blah, blah, blah. You know, they pull out their phone that lights up the sky. You know what I mean? And then they had to get on the phone. We're at the theater, and you're like,
yeah, that's what I was gonna say, man. The phones, man, have ruined theater experiences, man. Because it's like you always have that motherfucker 3, 4, 10 rows down, whatever, pull out his phone and it's bright as fuck, you know, like Facebook, bright ass light theme, just like wow. You're like, fuck you, I can't help but stare at your phone now, dickhole.
Well, you know, it's funny because the phone has basically ruined a lot of things. You know, it ruined anybody be able to think themselves. You know, it's basically turned a lot of people into a bunch of assholes. You know, more than they probably were before this happened. You know, it gave a bunch of people a voice that probably shouldn't have one.
These two people right here.
I know, and you're sitting there going, well, my big guy, I'm like, yeah, probably not us either. We probably shouldn't be allowed to be on the airwaves, but we are. It's not right. I don't like it, but we're there. But yeah, but you know what I mean? Like, it's basically ruined an experience for a lot of people. Like, you know what I mean? Like the person who can't, you know, and I'm speaking from experience here. The person who can't experience anything in real time, they have to take a picture or a video and document it just in case they forget half a fucking second later. You know?
Yeah.
Jamie's phone has a picture of Liv's every 10 seconds. So if Olivia wanted to document her life, all she'd have to do is look through her mother's phone. You know? She's like, here I was at 1. Here I was 10 seconds after 1. Here I was 2 seconds after. You know what I mean? You just go down the line. All the way up. I yell at her all the time. Like, you can't just enjoy the experience. You got to a clique. And then it's like, you know, you can't let the kid enjoy it because the kid's right in the middle enjoying it. You're like, no, stop, pose. No, do it again because my picture was off. No, do it again. The kid's going to be scared to death of cameras. Like, when they get older, somebody's going to come up and go, hey, let me take your picture. She's going to fucking smack it out of their hand like, stop it! My whole life. Life.
Dude,
To experience anything without a fucking camera in my face. You know? I had a piece of cake, camera, click. I had to open a toy, click. I took a shit, click. You know, I went down the stairs, click. I said something, click. Everything, click. You know? Like,
no, dude, but from birth, that's all they're used to. So they'll be even more fine with it. Because, you know, it's weird to people like our age. But to them, you know, it's nothing, dude. Like, how many times is, like, you know, even just in, like, the thing with, like, Lives and, like, just saying hi to me, like, all the time on here. It's like, you know, that's nothing to her. Still to us, it's fucking magic.
It's yeah.
You know, she probably understands how this shit works more than we do.
Probably.
You're like, hey, Lives, explain to us how video calls work. And she'll probably be like, well, blah, 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 blah. And, like, you ask us, we'll be like, magic.
Yeah. Video magic. Because I got nothing else, you know? But fucking, I just don't, I mean, I've seen other parents do it more extreme, but it's like, well, at least she's not a pageant parent. I'm glad that. Like, take the pictures, that's fine. But, like, you know, but as long as she's not one of those pageant mom things, and she's not, but, like, you know, the dude putting them in tiaras and shit and screaming at him like, that's this way, you know, just so parents can make a few bucks. But now you still got pageant parents, but now they're on YouTube. And now they have fucking $400,000 homes and grottos because they're fucking, using their kids to their advantage on that. I can't exploit my kid. I will not do that. Like, I know that people are out there like, oh yeah, God, dude, put your kid in the video, you make money. It's like, that's crazy. You know how many fucking freaks are out there just waiting to prey on your kid? Do I want to be sitting there thinking some fucking douchebags at home smacking his bag around because my kid's on film? No.
Wow, dude. Wow.
Well, that's the truth. I think these parents put their kids out there for all these. They're basically putting their kids on a fucking platter for a bunch of freaks.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't even think about it, but that way. But yeah, ew.
Dude, it doesn't take a computer whiz to find out who these kids are, who their parents are. Go on Facebook, find out where they live and shit. These people are nuts.
Yeah, not gonna lie. We're not gonna argue. I mean,
and how good could you feel about yourself when you're older and the kid's like, Dad, when I was young and you were constantly putting me on video opening up toys, and I thought I was just having fun with my dad opening up toys, and then I find out later on that I'm a multi-fucking millionaire. Where's my money, Dad? Like, me and your mother, bought this giant house and this grotto and stuff. It's like, well, I want you and Mom to move out because technically this is my house, that's my grotto, and those are my cars. Bye, Dad. We're living that high rise, you fuck. That's what I do. And that's probably what's going to happen. That kid that's like the YouTube sensation who's unboxing shit, wait till he gets older, dude. He's going to go fucking ballistic. You're going to see him in court with a bushy beard. He's going to be all crazy and shit, crazy eyes and stuff. His lawyer's going, Mr. Such and Such didn't mean to eat all those children, Your Honor. I mean, you got to understand, he was a young YouTube star being pushed by his dad to make money for the family because his dad's a fucking loser who couldn't do it on his own. So he exploited his children, which is all these people do, is exploit their kids. You can play it off like I'm having fun with my kid and blah, 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 blah. No. Whenever a fucking Ferrari gets involved in a grotto in a $400,000 home, you're no longer doing it for the fun of it. What?
Okay. So did he just lose it and he just I'm done and just walked off, or did somebody saying something, or and he just I thought he was is he coming back? I can't tell, but it always cuts off the sides of the screen, so you probably can't see him anyway, but he's standing right off the edge of the screen, like I can see his arm. I don't know if you guys, I don't know what the fuck is going on.
Yeah.
What's going on?
You recommend using mayonnaise. Would you recommend using mayonnaise that's been in a warm fridge for a week?
No.
Exactly.
I would highly recommend that you not use mayonnaise that's been in a hot fridge for a week.
Yes.
I would like to say that one more time. I would highly stress you do not use mayonnaise from a week ago and in a warm fridge. Take it from somebody that had food poisoning one time. It was the worst 3 days of my fucking life, man.
We just dip it around.
Just do it. We were gonna make vegetable dip. Huh? We ain't gonna eat them all in one sitting, woman.
You were making vegetable dip what now?
Wow, we were gonna make vegetable dip, but now we don't have the mayonnaise. But what difference does it make? We're ordering a fucking pizza. Like, anybody's gonna give a shit about vegetable dip after you got pizza? But I mean, it's just for us. I didn't mean to sound like we got a house full of people ordering pizza. It's just for me and the lives. But
Yeah.
like, dude, I saw on Facebook today some douchebag, he's a local, whatever, but he said something like along the lines of, he said something like, oh, I can't believe I live in a town that only 2 places deliver pizza up this way. And I was like, you ignorant slut. I was like, there's people out there that are starving right now, and you're bitching because you're only 2 pizza places. Only in America can a fat cunt sit there and bitch about that. What? What?
Okay. I guess what I was going to bring up without him here is kind of fucking, pointless. So I guess I'll wait to bring that up after he comes back. But I got nothing now. So how's everybody doing? How was your holidays?
Sorry.
Probably just as shitty as everybody else's.
My little fridge is the only thing working right now. It's that stupid big one up there. Shit the bed. The freezer's working, of course, but yeah, we've had this conversation. But the point is that I got to put everything in this little fridge now.
That sucks.
Yeah, for now until we can get it fixed. But it's 2020. Everything's gonna go shit. I'm not expecting anything to work out, and I'm not one of these douchebags that thinks just because the clock rolls over midnight, and on January 1st or whatever, like all of a sudden we're gonna be like, yeah, everything's great now. No. Oh no. I was like, because we still gotta get through that week, and since we've all been hearing rumblings about how when they're gonna go certify the election, that a bunch of senators are gonna be like, yeah. We already know that. Trump's already gearing himself up to tweet to his followers to make a big noise whenever they do it. I was like, so, like, where are we right now? Where are we? We're like the country where basically the president is gearing up to have his own private civil war on January 6th. Isn't that nice?
Yeah.
That we all get to look forward to that, so basically at Joe Biden's inauguration, they're going to have, which I'm sure they already do, is bulletproof glass everywhere, because there's going to be at least one jagamole that's going to try to take a shot at him or Kamala or Obama, or somebody, I don't even know if they said they might do it virtual, so I don't even know if that's going to be possible.
I was gonna say, like, why not? Why are they even doing a public one if they were going to do one? Why not just do it inside or whatever?
I think that's what they're gonna do.
But back to the 2020 thing, it's like I think why people are like, oh yes, 2021. At least 2020 will be over. It's the only hope they have, man. Look at me. I'm negative as fuck, so I'm saying that 2021 is going to be worse than 2020. But these people, that's their hope that 2020, when it ends, everything will get better. It won't.
I'm not trying to take people's hope away.
No, I'm just saying that's why people are like, yay, 2020 is ending because, that's the only hope they have. That things might get better on January 1st.
I think things will get better eventually. Look, I'm really hoping that because the fact that people have memories like that last nanoseconds, and that they're so quick to move on to the next thing, that once Trump's out of office for a certain period of time, he's going to be a distant memory in all these fucking idiots' heads. They're going to latch on to another guy or another person that might be worse, might be better. Who knows? If you ask me, it seems to me like the Republican Party's trying to, get their identity back in a way, and this is the start of it. And this, as far as look, Republicans never would have went against Trump before, but they reversed his defense spending bill. He vetoed it. They reversed it. The $2,000 he wants it. They reversed that too. So are they trying to send him a message like, hey, this is not your party, you know.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's what they're trying to do. I'm going to go outside, but if Trump supporters want to be pissed off at somebody, don't be pissed off at the people that voted, you know, just because they voted against your guy. Why don't you get pissed off at the guy who seems to be blocking shit for everybody? And that's Mitch McConnell.
Yeah, for real, for real. So you see, like, speaking of loonies, which we weren't really speaking of loonies, but I'm going to bring up loonies now anyway. You see that, like,
Canadian. That's a Canadian coin. Eh?
Take an ear out. Thank you.
Sorry.
yeah, loonies. Like, yeah, the Q crowd is now like latching on to like the bomber in fucking Tennessee, saying it wasn't a bomber, it was a missile from either China or our own government to destroy the Dominion voting machine evidence, the Kraken.
Dude, I'm pretty sure a missile would do a lot more damage than that little RV did.
I mean, that RV did a lot of damage, but yeah. But then, and then they're saying, like, that fucking, what's his name? Lynn, that lawyer. He's all on there saying that, like, that dude was born in the town that has the same name, but in a different state that Kyle Rittenhouse was born in. So they were both born in the same town, but in different states that had the same name. Just all kinds of, I'm just like, stop it! Fucking stop it!
Just trying to connect dots that aren't there.
Yeah, dude, it's like, can't anything just be what it fucking is and not have to have some fucking like 12 layers of fucking bullshit fucking laid on top of it?
These people that are the QAnon and the new Newsmax and all that stuff, they're the same people, like the ones that buy into it and stuff, are the same ones that you'd see at a grocery store looking at the fucking National Enquirer going, You know, when they see Bat Boy delivered in Missouri, they're like, whoa, really? A Bat Boy? You know, they don't question it. To them, that's facts. You know, I mean, yeah, it's stupid. You know, and these people need examined. But those are the one. Now there's just a lot of them. You know, people, used to say, like, stay away from that person. He's crazy. You know what I mean? Now we realize that there's 70 million of them that are like that crazy.
There's a lot of crazy motherfuckers, man.
Yeah, I don't. It's like, look, I don't believe like, you're a sheep. You believe everything you're told. I'm like, nah. I was like, I like to do that thing called thinking for myself. You know, like when I hear a news guy go blah 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 blah. Yeah, I was like, I don't go fact. That must be true. You know, no, I look into it. I make sure it's true. You know, I was like, I don't just go, yes, what he said is true.
Did you ever notice that the people that be sitting there going like, I'm a free thinker, and be claiming that they're free thinkers all the fucking time, the people that say sheep and say, like, all that stuff, they all say the same thing. So obviously they're not thinking for themselves. They're just copying what these other motherfuckers are saying.
Right. But
oh, speaking of, our friend, our, like, half of the twins friend, right? I guess he unfriended me, I guess. I barely post anything on Facebook. I think I posted something, like, I don't know. I barely post anything. Every once in a while, a Beau of the Fifth Column fucking video, very rarely. And the most recent thing I posted was about that law or whatever, that rule that went in or whatever, where restaurants can take part of wait staff's tips to pay the busboys and the fucking dishwashers and stuff. But it was like, wow. It was like, yeah.
Well, if you look, he's got the same group of friends that all think that way. I mean, he's got my ex, his her boyfriend on there that that constantly be, stepping in line with them. Anytime he posts something crazy, they're right there to comment like, yeah, right on, brother, take it to them, to make liberals cry again.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't care. I'm fine with not saying that fucking bullshit. But it's just like, wow, man. It was just like, I don't post any fucking thing. There's one little fucking thing. I mean, I did post that thing about, like, I said one day I was just like pissed off about people just saying shit. I was like, hey, all these motherfuckers, these free thinking motherfuckers, all seem to say the same fucking thing. Like I just said, that's why he came into my mind.
They're free thinkers. Sweet. But yeah, he's got the same group of idiots that agree with him. I was trying to shut that door. But oh, you got your apron on. All right. But yeah.
I have no more beers up here.
Excuse me.
I gotta do something about that.
You got no more what?
Beers up here. I gotta do something about that.
Oh, God forbid.
Hey, how often do I actually drink in these episodes anymore? We do them in the morning since we've been laid off. So it's all like coffee.
Yeah.
It's dark down here. Trish is on the couch all passed out.
What else is new?
Yeah, true that. Dude, she has been working a fuck ton of 12-hour fucking shifts recently.
Because her husband's a bum.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much. Not by choice.
No, not by choice. That's why I try. Look, maybe we can help each other. I'll try to explain that to your woman. You try to explain that to mine.
Oh, no, she gets it. She gets it. I don't think anybody could talk your woman out of thinking that you're a bum.
I could be the CEO of a 500 Fortune company or whatever, and she'd still think I'm a bum. I'm like, honey, I got an $8 million check here in my hand. Did you do the dishes? No.
So I have a question for the people that have made it 47 minutes into this fucking Chronicles episode. What do you think of like everything, all these, since we've went back to Skype episodes? What do you think of these episodes?
So you're asking, at this point in the video, you're asking Laramie because she's the only one who's there, and probably already
Kevin's here. I can tell you right now, Kevin's here, and he'll even say, "Yeah, I'm here."
He might be, but yeah. If Laramie ever stops commenting, I'll think there's something wrong. We'll have to do a wellness check on her.
Well, we'll have to do a wellness check and also be like, "Wow, we must really suck now."
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she scoured every video. There's videos of ours 8 years ago she's commenting on. So,
dude, lots of people have done that. It's been weird because every time somebody most of the time if people comment, my phone gives me a notification, right? So like I can see people hopping around. Like if I see you like 4 or 5 times in like 2 or 3 days, your name kind of sticks, right? So it's like I can see people fucking hopping around all crazy. Like, yeah, it's weird.
Well, I basically got
years.
nothing else unless you got something else.
Nah, not really. Basically everything I was talking about. Yeah, we're like 50 minutes into this, so I'm good.
Okay. All right, then.
All right, yeah.
We were talking about who wants to sit on a 3-hour-long movie, the theater. I'm like, who wants to sit on their couch and watch 45, 50 minutes of us going blah, 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 blah. Obviously, Laramie.
And Kevin.
Our fan club right there.
On that note, we'll see you guys later.